Alright. Kernel time. Let's cook it. That was the cheesiest fucking line anybody could ever. That was cheesier than Rambo lines, right? Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Kernel time. Let's cook it. Hardcore. First, you want to make MR proper. Oh, inside of your extracted package, of course. Okay. Make MR proper cleans out any old source trees that may be laying around. We shouldn't have any because we don't even have a kernel yet, but hey, why not? It's always a good habit. Deletes the old .config file that may be in there. If you screwed up or anything else like that, you will want to run make MR proper. If you screwed up on your menu config, you will want to make MR proper. So, you guys can read about the kernel. There are a few things that we need inside the kernel. Now, granted, most of the essential things that you need in your kernel are already loaded right now. So when you make menu config, most of those essential core things will be already ticked, and all you have to do is just make your kernel and those things are there. Things like network drivers may not be there. Sound drivers may not be there. Okay? Okay. But most of the things like your screen should be ticked in your kernel. So if we say make menu config, we get a nice bright menu. Go. Go, go. Go. Okay. So, here we are. Now it says note, a good starting place for setting up the kernel configuration is to run make default config. I don't want to make default config. This will set the base configuration to a good state that takes your current system architecture into account. Yeah, but you'll have like everything will be checked off. Your kernel will be fucking massive huge. Okay? So, here's a couple configs you can make. And you can go and if you're not too sure about, if you want to know what other things you can do, I have a video called Touring the Linux Kernel or something like that. I think it's in my Terminal Foo playlist. Okay, and it's just all about kernels. Okay, so you can check that out. But we need a couple things here. Be sure to configure the following features as shown: device drivers, generic driver options, support for U-Event helper. I'm not going to turn that on either. Maintain a dev tempfs file system at mount. We need to check and make sure that's on. So what is it? Device drivers, generic driver options. Device drivers, generic driver options. Support for U-Event helper. No. Maintain a dev tempfs file system. Mount dev. Short. Okay. Okay. And it says here there are several other options that may be desired depending on the requirements of your system. For a list of the options, go here. I'm not doing that. Okay? Okay, so our kernel is pretty much ready to be made. So, if I go back, I'm going to go back, and this is at the beginning here. Listen, if you're building this for 32-bit, okay, I have a 32-bit system that this is mine right now. So for me, only me, a 32-bit kernel, okay, I need to take off my 64-bit kernel right here. If you're running 64-bit and you've built your LFS for 64-bit, that's, you know, with your case statements and everything else, and you have a lib64 and everything, like in the beginning of the tutorials, then you need to leave this on. If you're building a straight 32-bit like me, you need to take this off. If you're building a 32-bit capable of running 64-bit, but you did not run 64-bit optimizations in the build process, well, take a guess, right? You have a 32-bit. So I have a 32-bit machine. I need to take this off. Now, I'm not going to explore the rest of the kernel, and it's not very important for me to get everything exactly right on the first time. Like I said, most of the things will be compiled in that I need for the machine to be up and booted. I'm not really worried about CD drives, HFS, Apple, iPod, plug-in support, all kind of shit like that. You don't need it. The main priority is to get the system booted. Okay, so everything I need to have my system booted should be already in the kernel now. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to do is do these critical things and push exit. Yes, I do want to save my config. And let's go. Next thing here, it says to make and make install. So we'll say make and make modules underscore install and go. Here we go. Okay, so exit this out. And after we're done, this will take some time to compile. After we're done, we have to copy our BZ image over, copy over system map, copy over config file, and then we can breathe really easy because we're just about ready to boot our machine. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.